All right, Jeff, thank you. The Food and Drug Administration is unveiling new guidelines to standardize sunscreen labels and make it easier for consumers to know just how much sun protection they're actually getting. Joining us now to break down these new rules is plastic surgeon Dr. DJ, I'm sorry, I knew I was going to mess up your name. I was concentrating on saying your last name correctly. How are you?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for being here this morning.
Hey, you're most welcome.
So, you know, it is confusing with sunscreens because I never know, do we actually need a 70, and does it give more protection than the lower numbers?
It's extremely confusing, and to answer that question, you don't need a 70. A 30 or greater is probably good, and there's no evidence that anything greater than 50 is even useful. And it's actually a question that the FDA has been looking into as long as the Mavericks have been trying to win a championship. For about 30 years,
really?
These rules have been in the making. And what the rules have come out and said, number one, you cannot say sunblock, waterproof, or sweatproof, because those are actually inaccurate. You can say water resistant or sweat resistant, but to do that, you also have to put on the bottle how effective the product is after 40 and 80 minutes of either water or sweat exposure. In addition, if you have an SPF less than 15, that really isn't protective against skin cancer and premature aging. So you can only say that the product helps to prevent sunburn. If it's an SPF over 30, you can say that it helps to protect against skin cancer and premature aging.
So if we're talking about premature aging, and a lot of the sunblocks that that women use on their face just comes in the form of their makeup, and it's usually about a 15 SPF. Is that enough? If you're going out into the sun and you put your regular makeup on, is it enough, or should you put something on underneath it?
You should put something else on if you're going to be for an extended sun exposure. Now, if you're just running around running errands or going to the office, not a big problem. But if you're going to be extended sun exposure, SPF 30 or greater, apply about 30 minutes before you go out. Reapply about every 2 hours. That's a very important point as well.
That's the problem, because it's hard to reapply when you've already got your makeup on.
Yes, it can be. It can be. But you've lost the protection after about an hour or two. The other big thing that the FDA has come out with, which is very helpful, currently we only have the SPF rating system, or sun protection factor. That only measures UVB protection. We also have to worry about UVA exposure, ultraviolet A exposure. Both A and B cause skin cancers. A also causes premature aging. B causes sunburns. Now the FDA has said products can say that they are broad spectrum, and if they are, they have to protect against both UVA and UVB protection, and the SPF then has to reflect the total protection. And all of those rules are going to go into effect by the summer of 2013.
So do we need to look for that then on labels? Because usually it says, most of these say full spectrum.
Yes, yes. So now some of these products will say broad spectrum, but by 2013, to say that, they're actually going to have to back it up with protection. What I suggest nowadays, what you look for is an SPF 30 or greater, and then actually look at the active ingredients on the bottle. If it's an active ingredient of zinc, titanium, or a product called avobenzone, zinc, titanium, or avobenzone, then it provides broad protection. Yes.
Okay, boy, a lot to know, a lot to decipher when you go shopping for sunscreen. But thank you for breaking it down for us.
You're most welcome.
Dr. Barrett, thank you so much for being here. I'll look at our top stories in the morning when we come back. Plus, the honors keep